Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So I hope everybody's doing well and staying safe, as I always do. So today I'm going to be doing a yarn review on a new yarn at the making of this video, which is 3/30/2021 from Lionbrand. It's from their Touch of Luxe series, Touch of Linen. First, I want to ask you not to forget to like this video, well, if you enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel. I got hundreds of tutorials, crochet tutorials, and lots of yarn content because I love yarn. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on this. See, we'll start off by saying that the only place that I've seen it online as of now is on Joann's online. Whether it's in store or not, I do not know, because my Joann's is about an hour and 20 minutes away, and they wouldn't have, they're real small anyways. So, but I do know it's online at Joann's. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at it. Now, if you're familiar with their Touch of Luxe series, they have like Touch of Alpaca, Touch of Angora, Touch of Yak. Now this is Touch of Linen. Okay. So we'll go ahead and read about it. It's 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 197 yards, or 180 meters. Now they do classify this as a medium weight number 4. Recommended knitting needle size is a 4.5. Recommended hook size for crochet is a 5 millimeter. Now it is 51 cotton, a 49 linen blend. And the washing instructions are you can machine wash, but lay flat to dry. The color I have in my hand is called Peacock, and it is made in China. Okay, let's go over it. So it appears on their website they have about 18 different colors, all which are solid, all which are very pretty. Some a little lighter, some a little darker, probably a color for everybody. And on Joann's, they are $5.99 at a regular price. Of course, Joann's has stuff on sale all the time, so it probably would not be hard to get it at a cheaper price than that. But we'll go and take a look at it. So, I don't know if you're familiar with linen. Linen can be quite stiff at first. So, when I feel it, it's not that soft, honestly. It's a cotton linen blend. So, okay, I'm going to take that away we'll look at it here. Can you feel that? Or can you hear that? Almost feels scratchy, doesn't it? Okay. But that's normal with linen. Linen will usually soften up after a wash. Usually. Okay, so they classify this as a 4-weight yarn. I would say that it is on the thinner side of a 4. Now, I did do a little crocheting with it, just a little bitty swatch, okay? I'm going to just so I could see if it split and if it had stitch definition, which means that if I used bobbles or any type of cables, if they would show up. And it does have a nice quite stitch definition. They're very visible. As far as splitting goes, it split a bit, but nothing that I don't think anybody could manage. I mean, it wasn't horrible. Just to, here and there it split. But as I did say, it is a very light 4. I think, I don't know, if you're going looking at it towards thickness, I would have classified it more towards a 3-weight. Okay, and then I did work up a piece on my Addy machine to show you. And I'm also going to throw this in the washer. Like it says, I'm going to wash as per instructions. And I'm going to lay it flat to dry. And then we're going to look at it and see if it's softened up and see what happens to it. Because as of right now, it's okay. But you hear that? I mean, it just feels a little scratchy, It's not horribly awful. I could probably wear a shawl right now out of it. Let me feel it on my neck. And I could probably even wear a scarf, but it's not something I would probably want to wear. It would be a little bit stiffy right now. Stiff feeling. Okay, so this is a whole ball worked up on my Addy knitting machine. Okay, I do want to say, when I worked with this, when I balled this up on my adding, or ran this through my adding in the machine, this shed so much. I did not expect that to happen. There was a blue fibers all over my room, landing on my computer, landing on my phone, just it's all over the Addy right now, and I didn't expect. I just barely swiped the Addy, and it's just. And then when I crocheted with it, it wasn't as bad as the Addy, but blue fibers were coming off as I was crocheting. You could see them, and if I see if I could show you closely, I don't know if it's gonna pick it up, but there's blue fibers all over my table. From that's not dirt, that's blue fibers. I'm just zoomed really far in, and they're everywhere, all over the place. I mean, everywhere. That's blue fibers. That's not, I wiped my desk before I started, so that is just fibers. That's not dirt. That's not nothing. It's just coming off the product, or coming off the yarn. But it worked well on my Addy. I didn't have a problem working with it on my Addy, and I didn't have a problem with crocheting with it. So that's that. As far as the way it crochets and using it on the knitting machine, all went well, other than I almost had to put a mask on because so many fibers were coming off when I was trying to use it on my Addy machine. I really did not expect that from this yarn. And as far as the way it feels right now, I'd give it a right now, before I wash it, I'm gonna give it like a 4 as far as the way it feels on the softness scale. But it is a cotton linen blend. I felt much softer than this, but it's not the worst linen I've ever felt, and that's probably because it's half cotton, which will soften it up a bit, I guess. So before we go any further, I'm going to go take this and I'm going to run it through the washing machine, like I said, and then I'm going to lay it flat to dry. I'm going to go do that, and I'll be back with you. It's actually going to be a 24-hour period, but for you, it's just going to be 1 second. I'll see you in a second. All right, I am back. That was quick 24 hours, wasn't it? All right, I washed it as per instructions. I laid it flat to dry as per instructions. Now it looks like crud. I think so. Okay, so it peeled up, even though I didn't put it in the dryer, and it did shrink up. Like, I didn't pin it down, like wet block it. I could have stretched it back to its normal size and pinned it, and laid it there, but just laying it out flat, it did shrink up, because it was 6 inches prior to this, width-wise, and now it's a lot less. It is now 4.5 inches or so. All right, so final thoughts. Did it get softer? No, it did not. It did not get softer either. It is still feels the same actually as it did. Okay, so my thoughts on this yarn is, don't wash it if you buy it. I recommend hand washing or using the soak stuff. I don't know if you've seen me talk about that before, but this is stuff that you can get on Amazon. You just put it in your water. It gives you instructions on how much to use, and you set your delicate items in it. You don't wash it around or anything. You let it soak for like 20 minutes. Don't do anything, just let it soak. You don't even have to rinse it. You just pull it out and gently wring it out, and then lay it flat to dry. I think that probably would have helped with peeling process, and it might have would have made it, I don't know if it would have made it softer or not, but it's it's still on a softness scale. I don't know. I won't buy it again, particularly. It's not my thing. Like I said, it did peel up as per their washing instructions, which I did, and it crocheted fine. I didn't have a problem crocheting with it, because I'm just not a huge fan of linen. Maybe that's it. And I'm just not. I've used it. It's just seems so stiff to me. And I know some linens soften up after a wash, but you know, this one just didn't seem to do it. Really, it still feels the same to me. Maybe if I would have put it in the dryer, I don't know, but then it would have looked even worse. I think it would have peeled more, and it would have shrank more and whatnot. But I don't know. It's an okay yarn, I guess. It's probably not something I'm gonna repurchase. So I think all the colors are very pretty, though. I mean, I gotta give it that. But it just didn't. It feels the same. I don't know. Let's put it there. That's. I don't know. It looked prettier before the wash, but still not. I don't know. All right, that's my review. I'm not going to buy it again. I showed you everything. It looked good crocheted up. It crocheted fine. It looked good knitted up. After the wash, not so much. So that's my review. Not one I will repurchase again, but if you like linen yarns, it's a cotton linen, like I said. It crocheted fine. Definitely a little bit thinner. It's the thinner side of a 4-weight. Other than that, you know, it is what it is. It's not for me, but it may be for you. So that's it on Lionbrand. I'm gonna give it I usually rate them on a scale of 1 to 5 on how much I like them. I'm gonna have to give this one a 5. It's not for me. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you on my next video. Remember, these are only my personal opinions, and they can be different from yours, and just from what I experienced as far as the washing experience and the way it feels after the wash, still the same. And I don't know, just all of it in general. I didn't really give it that high of a rating. It's not something I'm going to repeat buy, but it's nothing personal against Lionbrand. I love Lionbrand. They're my favorite yarn company. It's just sometimes I don't like all their yarns. Thanks everybody. Hey, stay safe, okay? Bye bye guys.